Yo, world, what's going on? You're tuned into the Brotherhood. You rocking with your Thursday man, Sean, better known as B Son T, also known as Junior. First and foremost, I want to thank you guys for taking the time out of your day to tune in and view this video. Also, I want to thank the Brotherhood. They welcome me in with open arms. All of those guys are really dope. They bring their own flavor to this movement, which I think is awesome. So many different personalities, and there's so many different things that make each and every one of us unique. So, everything adds a little spice to it. To give y'all a little bit of background on me, basically, let's just say I'm closer to 30 than I am to 20. But I'm not yet knocking on 30's door. Don't ask my wife about that because she'll try to play me out. I am married, like I said. I do have a wife. I have a 2-year-old son. He just turned 2. He's not bad. He's 2. Anybody that has kids probably knows exactly what I'm talking about. He at that age where he starting to realize, okay, you know, mommy's her own person, daddy his own person, but then I'm my own person too, because when they like younger, it's like mommy's life, daddy's life, but then they start realizing they got their own feelings and opinions and all that. And then they want you to do what they want you to do when they want you to do it. And that's when I gotta let them know, like, you cute, but you ain't that cute. You know what I'm saying? But my wife, she caves all the time. Sometimes I cave. That's usually only at bedtime, because he be wanting to play, and that's my homie, so daddy got to play. But, I love him, though, nonetheless. He is learning. We're potty training. Oh, my God. Yeah, so we had a few accidents on the tub and on the floor. I don't know what possessed him to think that when he feels it coming, the smart thing to do would be to stand up and start walking to mommy and telling her that he's going. But he did. That was in the beginning, though. He's better now. I actually sit there and go. But the joys of parenthood. I like to talk about my family a lot, just to let people know that, it's possible to find happiness, like real happiness, like legit happiness, genuinely, sincerely, unconditional love, and all that. It's out there, but it's not easy to find. If it was easy to find, it wouldn't be worth shit to have it. You know what I mean? I think the key is to not be looking for it, to become content with yourself, and then that's when it finds you. Because when I met my wife, I had 2 cars. I had a full-time job, and I wasn't really worried about no females. You know what I mean? That wasn't like my concern. Like, I go to work, I come home. I was loving life at the minute, and then I met her. And I say that to say that, you know, um, when you start to focus on you and be okay with you and happy with you, I think that's when you really connect in with the universe, and shit just really starts to explode for you in a good way. You know what I mean? Like a firework effect. It starts with that little plug in, and then poof, everything take off. My mom, she's super supportive. In the beginning, I think it was a tough blow for her when I said something to her, because I think, there, I want to say, like, there's a small portion of my family that kind of felt like they were losing somebody. But then I think as time went on, they realized they weren't losing me. I mean, there was going to be, of course, small changes, and I guess if you consider this a major change, but I mean, for the most part, I've always been kind of built the way I am, so nothing really changed. My cousin says nothing changed except for my voice got deeper and I got facial hair and some other shit, but I mean, other than that, they pretty much say ain't really much of a difference. So support system wise, like, I mean, I have my hate in my family. I have the hatred coming from people that I may have mistakenly considered to be a friend in the past, or a supportive individual, but that it don't really phase me none. I mean, of course, it's a blow when you realize anybody that you thought was one particular way isn't, but it is what it is. You can't hold yourself back and belittle yourself and stuff yourself into a box to make someone else feel good. Because at the end of the day, if you live your life for other people, you're going to get through your whole entire life and realize you didn't live it all. You know what I mean? And you don't want that moment to be on your deathbed when you're like 80, 90 years old. Should you be blessed to live that long? You know what I'm saying? And it's like, damn, I ain't do shit for me. So that's basically my home life. You know what I'm saying? I mean, as we get into things, I'll let y'all know about my wife's family, how they feel about it, how my family feels about it. I can take y'all to meet some of these people and, stuff like that. Career-wise, pretty much, I'm a producer. I'm aspiring beat maker. I wouldn't yet call myself that because I'm not pumping them out, left and right, left and right. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of these other producers, they could sit down 10, 15 minutes. It's like, boom, got it, got it. You know what I mean? And they done. Like 10, 15 minutes, whole thing finished. You know what I'm saying? Songwriter, all that, and then some. Have been since 9 years old as far as songwriting. Producing, have been that, and then some since 16. I started a production group. But, you know, shit happens. Other than that, I mean, when I'm not doing that, I do also work for a major East Coast bank as an assistant team manager. They're awesome. They're really supportive. Yeah, so, I mean, shit been dope. It's been pretty dope with them, but I think I've gotten a little too comfortable with them in the sense that because being at work and then being at home, because everybody uses the right name, everybody uses the right pronouns, so it like slips my mind that I haven't gotten the paperwork situated yet. So then when I do go to handle certain business, out in the world, doing other things where I'm encountering someone who doesn't deal with me on a regular basis, and then they fuck up, and not fuck up in a sense where they look at me and misjudge. More or less, my problem is like when they look at that ID and then look at me and they're like, yo, you is this a mistake? Is it a joke? You know what I'm saying? It's like, listen, mama. You know what I mean? And then I have to hit them with my name is Sean, but it's spelled like this. Period. Don't ask me no more questions. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So then you just be like, alright. You know what I mean? So, but I mean, that shit get annoying. So I do need to stop bullshitting and get it taken care of. In fact, my mother and my grandmother have been putting fire to my ass about that. My wife as well. So I'm definitely gonna hop on that. So I think as of now, that's probably where I'm at with what I'm targeting in on, or zeroing in on rather, as far as my journey and all that. So that's where my focus is right now. It's probably the name change. Last year I did attempt the top surgery. It got shot down by my insurance company within hours of it being submitted by my surgeon. That shit was tough. So I mean, I'm definitely gonna get to it, but I think I'm like kind of nervous about going through the process again because, like I said, right after they submitted it, it got shot down within hours. I hadn't even gotten all the way home from New York when I got the call, and they appealed it twice. So when the second appeal went in, I mean, we were just about convinced that it was going to go through. I had went to New York again. I got the meds, the antibiotics, all of that shit that I needed. Got back down home. I was chilling, waiting, put the meds up and everything for after surgery, the whole nine. Basically from there, I was a week out from the surgery. I think after that, a week had passed. I'm a week out, and then I got a call from the surgeon. They like, yo, we got bad news. I'm like, what's up? And we was actually on our way to take my son to the doctors. He was sick, and he was like, yeah, your insurance isn't gonna cover it. I'm like, what? And they like, yeah, it's gonna cost 18 grand for you to get the surgery. I'm like, wait, what? $18,000? Y'all want almost 20 grand for that surgery? My nigga, that's like a new car. You know what I'm saying? They're like, oh, well, you can take out a loan and this and that. And the more I thought about it, I'm like, yo, like, me personally, I couldn't do that. I couldn't. I have a wife. I have a son. You know what I'm saying? $20,000, that's a down payment on a house. That's a brand new car paid off, depending on what you looking at. I just was like, yo, I can't do that. Like, that shit is irresponsible to spend that kind of bread at this point where we trying to make so many major moves. You know what I'm saying? I had been doing update videos on my YouTube channel up until that point, and then that shit just kind of like killed me inside. So like my YouTube channel just like ceased to exist. Like, it's still up and everything, but I died in that moment, you know. Not literally, but you know what I'm saying. It was tough. You know, I didn't want to do anything anymore when it came to sharing my journey, but I think it probably would have been more healthy for me to do that, but I didn't. Um, but definitely want to still give back as much as I can as far as sharing my journey, because what I went through and how I overcame it could definitely empower somebody else. So I kind of feel a little selfish that I didn't share all that I was going through, but I'm back. We gonna do it again here on a brotherhood, you know, so stay tuned. The one thing I will say is, if you do feel like you got defeated, take your moment to grieve what happened, you know, because you're grieving the loss of an opportunity. It's normal. It's okay. Take all the time you need to grieve it, but don't stay down. Get back up and fucking keep moving. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of insurance companies, and I have since then switched insurance companies. This was before I started working for this bank. Insurance companies, a lot of them, they bank on you giving up. They don't just want to willingly pay out for those kind of surgeries, a lot of them, you know, and they actually are banking on you giving up and not being willing to fight and find out information and ask them questions and demand answers. They're hoping that you stay just upset and defeated, and I think a lot of times we do. And I get it. When you don't have support, it's easy to just allow yourself to be overcome by defeat, but you can't do that, you know, because then they win and you lose, and you've already spent so much time losing out on the you that you know you are. Why would you want to waste any more time? You've come this far. Fuck it, you know. The devil only wins if you don't fight. That's what they say. So far, I've seen this to be true. That doesn't mean that you're never going to be tested. You will always be tested just to see how bad you want it and if your heart is still in it. Know that. So that's where my focus is. I have a tendency to ramble on. I'm going to pre-warn y'all now. So I'm going to be that guy that'll probably talk way too much. So I apologize in advance. But basically that's what happened with the surgery. So that's not my first focus this year. I still have like some PTSD about that whole situation and the way that played out. So I'm like, I guess a little, I don't want to, maybe it is scared because I don't want to get to that point again and then it'd be like, no, you know. So I'd rather you can't fail if you don't try. But then that contradicts everything I just said to y'all. See? So I'll get it together. I'm gonna get it together. But yeah, so name change, that's the goal right now. That's the move. I'm gonna hit 2 years on T April 13th, I think. I don't know. The very first picture on my Instagram, follow me at Beats on T. The very first picture I posted about getting my first shot of vitamin T at the Mazzoni Center, which I can't even remember if I gave it to myself. I think I made my wife give it to me. I don't remember. I give it to myself now though, but that first couple times I was like, hell no. You want what? You want me to just willingly, like, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. So I didn't do it. But I do now, you know. It ain't about nothing. Like, stick, done. Shit. Yo, I've been having, like, what kind of number is this? Can y'all see that? What kind of name is that? Like, that shit doesn't even spell anything. Like, I don't know when the OK went out for you know, what are they called? You know, the fucking spam caller ass people. I don't even know what they're called. I don't remember off the top of my head. But them motherfuckers. When did it become okay for the telemarketers? There we go. Them little parasites to call your cell phone. Once upon a time, they only harassed you on your house phone. Now they call you. So how? Why? I'm very much so in love with television production, almost as much as I am music production. Graphic design and graphic art is something I kind of fell into, along with music production, believe it or not. You know, another story for another day. But yeah, and then I mean, of course, you know that the bank gig that I got, you know, that's pretty much career wise where I'm at with it. Other than that, my interest is basketball. I should probably get back to basketball, not just watching it, because that will probably also help me health wise, which is super important. Which is hard because I like bread and pasta and everything that my trainer tells me that I can't have. So, but I'm Italian and black. How can you not want everything with extra cheese and bread and butter and deep fried? Like, it's life. That's all I know. You know, it's pasta, sauce, and extra cheese, and bread and butter. But, you know, it's all good because me becoming the real me is more important to me than that. But those cravings be so real. But I found these protein balls. Them shits is life. And if you're off of sugar, I promise you these shits would be like a Snicker bar in your mouth or something. Like, it's serious. Like, the shit is fucking amazing. Like, when I get that sweet craving, them shits knock it right out. Like, shit is legit, bro. Like, for real. I love video games. I fucking love them. I play, let me see. I play 2K. I got 2K18, of course. I got GTA 5. I got Mafia 3. I got Fallout 4, Destiny, the old one and the new one. Gotta have Watch Dogs 2. I got Far Cry, but I haven't played. I didn't even beat that. I haven't played it in forever. If anybody plays Far Cry, let me know so we can like beat that shit together. Like, or help me beat it, shit. Cause I got all these things I haven't beaten yet. I got like 3 Tom Clancy games that I still have not beaten. I think I'm almost done Division, but I still haven't beaten that. Rainbow, what is that? I can't even see it. Ghost Recon. I got Rainbow Six Siege. I got Call of Duty World War II. I got Black Ops 3. I think I beat that. Maybe I didn't. Advanced Warfare. I couldn't really get into that. Like, all that spaced out, the online play for Advanced Warfare. Like, all of that extra jumping and all of that shit. They be tearing my ass out the frame on there. I got a couple of other joints too, but for the most part, like, the main ones I play is 2K18, Destiny, GTA. Oh, I got Resident Evil, the new one. But, and then my, you know, my shooters, my first person shooters, I like those too. I mean, other than that, I be chilling. You know, I'm pretty much a family guy for the most part. Yo, I really gotta go get my kid. He's about to be the only boy at school. I think I ain't really leave nothing out. I mean, other than that, you know, everything else y'all can get to know in a matter of time. If anything, you know, my goal here with y'all in the brotherhood is just to touch one person's life, you know, or to help one person, help to encourage one person to reach a goal they, you know, didn't have the motivation to reach. You know, that's pretty much it. I mean, other than that, you know, you guys will get to see me along my health journey, which I started finally on in February, the end of February. I stopped bullshitting, February 25th to be exact, and since then I have dropped 12 pounds since February 25th. It is now, we are almost out of March. March is almost gone. This is the last week of March, you know, so in a month I've dropped, you know, 11, 12 pounds. So that in itself is like great, you know. A lot going on. Some things I can't speak on, other things you'll hear about later. subscribe. Turn on them notifications so you know when things are going on. We gonna have giveaways and all of that coming up. You know what I'm saying? I got a few things that I'm working on with a few fellow trans brother entrepreneurs. You know that I know that are definitely doing their thing. I'll mention them later on in the weeks to come. We'll be doing giveaways. I'll be purchasing some items from them, giving them away to y'all so y'all can try them out. That way we can continue to keep money revolving in the trans community. You know, let's support one another. You know, we got a lot of trans entrepreneurs out here. And I think it's very important for us to continue to support each other and to hold each other down, because if we don't, who the hell will, you know? And how can we expect other people in the world to give us a chance and to see us as something other than our transition if we don't, you know? So it begins with us. Be the change you want to see in the world, ladies and gentlemen. And for all my brothers out there, hold your head, continue to bless up, level up. The glow up is so real. Stay focused, stay committed. Just because you don't see change don't mean it's not happening, baby. It starts inside, so make sure you work on yourself first and foremost before you focus on anything or anyone else. It starts with you, baby. Other than that, again, thank you to my brothers for welcoming me in. Thank you to y'all for taking the time out to view my rambling ass video. And, you know, we'll catch y'all next week. Maybe even this weekend when we do the recap, Sunday Fun Day, all that. You know, again, I'm Sean Beats on T Junior. You know what I'm saying? Your Thursday man. Thank you for rocking with me, y'all. Peace.